Why do we need Big Pharma? Why do we need...
Posted about needing some more guests, and I was like, man, why not? You know, I'll shoot the shit.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm happy to have you, man.
Well,
Can you tell us?
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I want to introduce yourself. What do you do?
Sure. Yeah, my name's Jeff. 35. I just got on disability last year. I have a degenerative nerve disorder. It's called Charcot-Marie-Tooth. My hands, like, that's as straight as I can do my fingers. So I made a YouTube video, like, channel back in, like, 2020. Because I was working at a bookstore and I was, like, trying to get into the game. I just started growing. I was like, I'm just going to start making videos and posting it. And, like, if I go to a dispensary and they're looking for a job or, you know, needing someone, I'll be like, hey, look, here's what I'm doing. Or, you know, go to a girl, I could be like, show them my videos, show them what I'm doing. You know, just trying to do whatever I could to get in the industry.
Nice.
And it just took off from there, man. I've been perpetual since I started. I've taken,
Nice.
I was going to take like a month break, and I took 1 week off, and I was like, nope, and then put more beans in. So, I mean, it's just, but
That's the way.
It's hard to take
man.
a break from it, man.
Yeah, I try to
So
stop,
yeah,
but
man, I see the passion, man. We see the passion. You know what I mean? We
how
figured
long?
you want to explain it to us, man.
Mhm. What are you growing?
yeah, I use Roots Organics 707. It's been pretty solid for me. I am going to start looking into doing a super soil or something where I have a little more control, and I feel like it's a little more mine. You know what I mean? Not just like something I'm using, but it's been solid. The only bad thing about it is, like, you know, you get fungus gnats occasionally. I've been kind of on and off with like nematodes or row beetles, or like I got this stuff right now. It's just like a bacillus stuff, Burgensis stuff, you know, BTI, whatever, kind of good for the larva. It kills the larva, but
Yeah.
it's not that bad. But everything else, I use their terp teas. I use Recharge micro product. I make my own calcium with the eggshells and vinegar. Shit.
Oh,
Use
weird.
Epsom salt for magnesium. Man, it's just something I kind of dialed in. Every grow, I kind of just slowly learn something, add something on. It's just a never-ending cycle of, you know, just learning.
Right.
Because, you know, some plants, man, they're not gonna want what the other one does.
Right.
Like
Right.
one of
Fact.
my plants it's a hash monster, and I realized, like, I've never been much of a hash person or pressed, and I've just always grown flower. But this plant's such a pain in the ass to trim. I'm just like, I'm just gonna start freezing it and making bubble out of it, and just learning how to do it, because I'll probably cut the tops off, you know, just to have a little bit of the flower, because it's really good. Like terps, it's like Fig Newton, kind of like oily Fig Newton. I think it's got some Afghan in it. It's a Purple Magic R1 from Ethos. I think it's like a purple tie clone by Mandarin Sunset.
Oh, really? Now, what's the one? Which one is this one now?
Purple Magic.
The Purple Magic? Oh, yeah. So that's by Ethos, right?
Yes.
That's the one that from Ethos. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the
I think they
Alright.
just.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I think they just retired it too. A buddy of mine said he had just picked up some because he knew they were gonna retire it, and it was actually the last seed. It was one of the first packs I ever bought. I think it was the first pack I ever bought. So I got a homie that has a seed bank, so I went and hit him up and got some. I got those and the Cherry Garcia from them. And Ethos, for me, they've been solid. But I'm a firm believer in Irie Genetics and Ross Jeff. That man, he saw me growing bag seed and reached out and sent me a pack of his beans, and like shit like that for me, like it sold me. You know, like people that just kind of go out of the way to help you out.
Right.
Like so,
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, man. It's got to be a reason. I mean, it's got to be. We all have our different connections with our breeders and who we decide what we. Because, you know, to me, it's tons of them out there, man. I mean, they all got to touch you more, just in a way, an approach to just buy it. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
A lot of them, like you said, man. It's the ones that give me stuff, I kind of make sure I let people know about. You know what I mean?
Funds.
Seeds, some of the seeds that I buy, I just don't really talk too much about. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and to the people that put their face to their name, there's so many people out there that I think are just like putting whatever they want to a bag and calling it, runts or gelato or whatever they want just to fucking, get over on some people. And most people won't even know the difference. You know what I mean? They'll
Is
just,
there a lot of that
they
going
don't
on?
know what they're doing. Yeah, I think it's kind of hit or miss. I can't say because I'm not doing it, but
Right.
I know it does happen for sure. That's why I'm more apt to I'm doing a breeding project right now, and I'm trying to film everything and take pictures and updates. So my first breeding project, people reached out and they're like, "Do you have any info on the parents?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know. I'll have to go digging through my computer."
Right.
And was thinking about it, and I was like, "Shit, I need to be a little more transparent on this shit." So I mean, with the mistakes, everything that happens, sometimes shit happens for a reason. You'll have a male that you're like, I might keep it around to see what happens, and then you have it around for a year, and you're like, man, this thing's actually pretty nice, and you breed with it, and then it could just be that one. I mean, you never know. So I'm breeding with exotic.
You're working with clone and seeds?
Yeah, I'm working with both. Yeah.
Okay.
Normally, I'll clone once I find a good keeper, and just for flower and stuff. But right now, I just popped a pack of that exotics, Slippery Susan, which is Tina by Grease Monkey. Slippery Susan. Yeah. And see, I'm looking for a male, so I was thinking I could call it Sweaty Steve or something along those lines. You know what I mean? So, kind of Sweaty Steve, some shit like that.
How long you been breeding?
My first project was maybe 2 years ago, and I just sent out beams 6 months ago. So and this is my second project. So I don't even know, and it'll probably be sometime maybe summer or fall before I have any ready.
Nice.
So what's the story behind this? Go ahead, Tom.
No, I didn't have a question. Go ahead, Mark. I'm listening.
No, I was, he's speaking about his plants, and I figure I'd ask him about what's going on with some of them that I noticed that he was growing. What's going on with the strawberry starburst and
Starburst.
that garlic goat.
Yeah, Strawberry Starburst is Strawberry Fields, which is from Crockett by Arise, which is Ross Jeff's stellar male. He calls him King Solomon, because I think his initial pollination was with 13 females, and King Solomon had 13 wives. So I thought that was kind of that kind of shit's neat to me. I think it makes people remember. Yeah. But this is the number 2 pheno. I think it's more on the Strawberry Field side, the Crockett. This is day 59. It's probably at least got 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe.
I want you to know that I can't see, so I'm just listening. Okay. But I'll catch it on the back end.
That's good, Tony.
This is another Strawberry Starburst number 2. It's just a couple weeks behind. I got a couple Purple Magic back here. These plants end up getting jet black, but they're throwing off a lot of little pinks and purples right now. This is that one that the structure, the leaf to calyx ratio is shit, but it puts out a bunch of hash, so it's fun to play with. That is a Strawberry Starburst number 3 back there. I don't fire. Yeah, he is. So, and this is my females from Slippery Susan. They're all kind of a little bit different.
Yeah, I see. So you got them in 1 gallon for right now, or?
Yeah, I think these are 2 or 1.5 or something. But those are, I think, 1 or
those look like 1
or something. Yeah, I think those are 1. So I've been flowering these in ones because I have 11 of them, and I have a
Nice.
tent in my room that is just full of the males. So it's a learning process for me, man. So when I popped 11 of them, I was like, I'm just gonna throw them all in flower. I'm just gonna take them all clones, but they all grow so different. So like, some were ready to clone, and some weren't even fucking close. Or sorry, I don't know if you guys cuss or not, but I
Absolutely. Do what you want. Do what you want.
So I took basically there's 3 rounds now. I took 5. The other 3 are in my bench tent. I took 5 and
All right.
cloned
So you
them.
got in a couple of tents, man. I like that. Hey, man. I didn't even know you
Yeah.
had that one already.
Oh yeah.
So these are
So
your
it's just
the clone.
yeah. These are all the here, let me get down here. These are all the clones I've taken from the Slippery Susans. Like some of them are
Okay.
small. I might have to clone again. I may have to re-veg.
Right.
What's your luck on cloning? Do you have like a good run when they're sticking together? Like, are they rooting? Is it what
I'd
are
say
you using the root in?
I'd say I'm probably around 70%. I've noticed the strawberry starburst number 3 is more like 25%. For some reason, that strain just does not clone very well for me, anyway.
Ooh.
And plus, I started growing in 2019, so I have a lot to learn. I still learned, I've learned a lot, but it's just I'm just one of those people that's got to get in there and do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Did you?
People can talk about it all day, but
Yeah.
until you get in there and just
Make it
do it.
happen.
Yeah, exactly. I said,
Right.
yeah, that's what someone, it's like Nike, just do it. I've made the
Absolutely.
worst and best decisions in my life by that logic. So
Facts.
What
Right.
made you start growing cannabis?
What about those Averys, man? How much you know about these mushrooms? Tone is trying to know more about it.
I need to.
I would like to know more about it.
these
I noticed that you had
I
a
harvest-
certain kind called Averys.
Eight.
Oh, look at that!
yeah, these
They're
are
showing us some mushrooms, Tone.
Oh, I can't wait to see
these are the ones that
it.
I harvested these yesterday. I probably could have let them go a little bit longer, but
Right.
this is a new venture for me as well, so I get a little antsy. But it's one of those things where, like, when I first started growing, like, it was like that first plant, bro. I was smoking that shit like a day off the plant. You know what I mean? I was so excited. But then the more you grow, the more you can get in the like swing of things, like have shit ready. Like, I started this plant almost 3 months ago, and it's almost ready. But I just started these like last week, and
Right.
they'll be ready in just gotta have some. I try and have something ready every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Here, let me
Right.
So you grow multiple strains at a time.
Yeah. Well, too, like sometimes I'll have one for a while. Like I'll do like a little pheno hunt, and whichever ones I like,
Right.
I'll keep.
Right.
And then sometimes they'll get cut. Sometimes they'll stay, longer than some other ones I've kept. It's just really depending on. Like I got a friend that has lupus, and that garlic helps her sleep.
Yeah. So that's gotta be in like a high moisture, high humidity environment, right?
Yeah, for sure. Real like you want to be really clean. Like I should be spraying my hands with alcohol, wearing gloves. I can't really wear gloves, so I just usually spray down. But these are like 2 days into fruiting, which took about maybe a month. Yeah, if you want me to, I can talk you through the process. I've been getting these kits from this homie right here, Sacred 3 Mushrooms, Family Tree, and a few other homies know who he is. He's out of Colorado.
Shout out Family Tree Cannabis.
Yes, sir. My guy.
That's our dude. He's a star.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
And
Yeah, so
they'll send you a grain jar, and I'm using liquid cultures, which is just like a syringe full of basically mushroom juice, and
Mushroom juice.
you squirt it in the jar, and depending on how much, like starting out, I'd probably use like for a 2 pound grain jar, I think it is. You use like 5 mils, which is like half the syringe. Then that'll, the mycelium will build up. Takes about maybe 2 weeks average. Then when that mycelium builds up, you break it up and you add it to your substrate, which is usually like different types of manure,
Bud Newbie, what's
cocoa.
up?
And
I know there. Go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Sorry. I know there's some medicinal properties with mushrooms. I've heard. I'm not sure. Maybe you could tell me? Well, there's some beneficial factors of taking it. Talk to me.
Definitely. I was on all kinds of prescriptions like antidepressants, gabapentin, muscle relaxers, mainly just for my my disorder. And this was like, I was on opiates for years. I was on methadone for a long time. I finally got off all that shit and quit smoking cigarettes. And I was just like, man, I just need to get off these prescriptions. That was like my last thing. And I've always wanted to get back into shrooms. And man, once I just started eating like a little mushroom, they're not little, but eating a mushroom like that a day, you just feel better. I mean, it like warms you up a little bit. Like some people, depending on who you get them from or where you grow up, they might give you stomach problems sometimes, but it's just, that's where the sanitation comes in. The cleaner you can keep your grow, the more mushrooms you'll get, the more flushes you'll get, the better you'll get. So I got some 32 quart totes, which are probably 2 or 3 times as big as those, and I just started a grain bag for those. So I'm about to get into the big boy totes or bigger totes, and that'll be that's a whole new ball game. But if it fucks up, it fucks up. I learned what not to do. I always say take that L for learning. So
you can just eat it.
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of people like, I'll eat them fresh sometimes too if I'm being a little wild. But a lot of people, they'll like let them dry out, then they'll blend them up and they'll put them in tablets or whatever. But I'm kind of more just whatever, see how my body
chocolate
feels. Yeah.
It's got a little taste to it.
Wow.
Let me ask you a question. We heard you was explaining to us about your disorder and about the other medications. All right. From a person who's been on both ends of the perspective, you think the cannabis and the mushrooms, the shrooms, a lot better resource for your disorder?
And prescriptions?
Yeah.
Yes and no. I feel like there's so many cons when it comes to prescriptions, but for someone like me, something like Flexeril, like it loosens my hands up. Not much, but I don't take them anymore because it's not enough to really notice. But like, it's getting to the point now where like, because I've been playing drums again, I've been like real hard on them, doing fishing and shit, and like my joints are tearing. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like in here, this part, they'll tear because the tendons are pulling so tight. You know what I mean? So, and it's happening to my toes, and it's a mess. But they want to do surgery on my hands, and I might have to, But man, it's really up to you. I know when I was on methadone, I thought I had to convince myself I was going to be on it for life, and so the clinic I was going to. But I just got to the point, man, and I was like, fuck this shit. And I just started going down every time I went. And eventually I got off of it, and like your mind, your chemicals, they change and they get back to how you used to be. Like I used to be so fucking depressed, and like I'm not anymore. I mean, I'm not like
Good.
where I want to be, and I don't think I ever will be. But I'm doing better than I have since I was a teenager. You know.
Yes.
Right.
So, and you know, some people, man, they have some super debilitating pain. It's about the value of life for them. For me, it's just the more active I am, the better I feel, and it's hard. You know, some days it's hard, but it's not going to be easy. But the more I do it, the easier it gets to a certain extent. You know, so it's just like I'm looking in years now instead of just like hours.
Right.
Because when you're, you know, on opiates or whatever, you're just chasing that whatever you can get next. But now I'm thinking ahead, like, hey, if I do 20 push-ups every morning, you know, a year from now, I'll probably be able to do 30. Yeah,
That's right.
You know, whatever.
That's exactly right.
So, yeah,
baby steps,
like
man. Baby steps.
Yeah, exactly. If I didn't start growing when I did, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. You know, it's just, and then 5 years from now, it'll be even better. It's just, you just gotta kind of have that mindset. And I didn't have that for a long time, so it's good to get it back.
Right, that's awesome, man. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, man. Appreciate that.
Oh.
Now, so you're growing because where you from?
I'm in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yep.
Oklahoma. I don't know too much about Oklahoma. Could you explain to us what it's like living in Oklahoma and wanting to be a cannabis smoker?
Yeah, man. I was born and raised here in Tulsa, and that's where I'm at now. It's kind of like the second biggest city next to OKC. And
Evolution, what's up, man?
What's up, Evolution?
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I try to read this chat too sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until medical got legalized that I was just like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna start growing now that I can, you know, I always could, but yeah, I think that's what pushed me to start doing it. And plus, I wanted to work in the industry. It was really interesting to me. Plus, I was trying to get like clean off everything else, and I knew cannabis would be a good outlet just for focusing on growing, and then you know the effects of what you get from it. So it's just, and you know, Oklahoma initially was like the Wild Wild West when they first did medical, because there was no limit on dispensaries, there was no limit on grows, there was no limit on processors. So it was like, we're in the Bible Belt, and it seemed like at one point there was more dispensaries than there was churches. And they realized they fucked up, and they've been spending the last 3 to 4 years trying to fix it. So I'd say probably 90% of the people that got in the business in Oklahoma have either left or filed for bankruptcy. And that 90% might be heavy, maybe 80. Because if you're not vertically integrated, you know, having like all the processing, the grow, the dispensary, you're probably having a tough time, or you're just dumping money in hopes that you can make it. We do have a lot of small towns too that have some mom and pop dispensaries that are still, you know, making it, but it's a mess. They've closed a lot of dispensaries. There's for 2 years there, people were behind on all their like fees, like paying their licensing and all this shit, so they closed down. Maybe a third of everything, and then just like last month or 2 months ago, a whole bunch of people couldn't refile for some reason. I didn't really look into that a whole lot, but so there's not as many, which I think is good, but it's also kind of the market's just crashed. You can get shit dirt cheap. I mean,
we were talking
just go for rosin.
We were talking to Cosmic Cotton Candy about like how much it is for a gram and how hard it is to get the licenses now because they didn't know it would like take off the way they did and everything became saturated. Is that pretty much what's happening?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
How you think?
Yeah, and then you'll have.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say you have people coming in there. Like I worked at a dispensary for around a year, and you have people come in there with the fucking like awful shit and trying to sell it for like $1,500 a pound. And now like if you're not buying shit for, it's usually going about $500 or $600 a pound for like pretty decent stuff. But most places anymore, it seems like they're all growing it themselves. So it's just they can kind of charge a little bit more for it, but the quality seems a lot better, and they're like putting their name behind it. That's at least the places I go. But I know people that buy that dollar fucking $1 a gram of shake or trim or whatever, like $28 ounces. It's like, yeah, that's kind of
crazy.
You got to do what you got to do, I guess. But for me, I'm like, it's like you're smoking sand,
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather not smoke shake if I don't have to. It'll still get you high, but it's like, ain't nothing like the
I've
bud,
been there. I've been there, no doubt, but
I'm not too proud.
I get myself spoiled now.
I'm not too proud.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah,
listen over here.
Growing has been a benefit, man. For so I kind of feel like I'm not in the middle of any of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's better to grow.
I got some type of control of what I smoke.
Yeah. I like to know what's in the
big
weed.
reason why it started. You'd go and most places I went, they let you show it and smell it and shit. It looked great. It fucking smelled great, and you get home and smoke it, and it just fucking not do the trick,
That's insane. It can trick you like that.
Yeah.
And
I've had strains like that too.
It makes me mad.
Yeah.
It makes me mad when dispensaries sell you that type of shit, and they know. They know. That's what I was talking about, Barb, when I was like, these dispensaries around here, they were talking about this 23% and stuff, and you get home and smoke it. It's just like, well, where's the other 20%? Like, you're looking for it. Right? Like, and it's not there. That's what I was trying to tell you, like, on the other episode. It's the same thing when I'm hearing right now. I'm sure you ran across some garbage.
Well, that's the sad thing, too. Like, when the dispensary I worked at, it was a super nice place. Like they had a lot of potential, but the owners basically subletted it to two guys that worked for them in the CBD industry, and they were just not buying good shit, man. And then they expect me to try and sell it to people, and I'm like, I'll tell them no. I'm like, this is what you want. This is what I like. What are you looking for? Like, just we'll try and dial it in. If they see something I'm like, I know they probably don't want, I'm like, you probably don't want that. And then they get pissed off at me. It's like, well, don't buy fucking bullshit. I don't know what to tell you. Like, have one of your other minions sell it. I'm not going to do it.
Genetics. Shut up. They just followed us. I had to shout them out. And I'm listening to you.
You're good, bro. It's nice, man. Having a whole bunch of people coming in here.
Yeah. Do you know what are you looking for when you say you don't like to sell that BS? When you get a nice batch of bud, what are you tell? What are you looking for? Besides smoking it, could you tell if it was bad if you didn't have to smoke it, or would you like to just smoke it first? You have that eye?
No, I'm more of you have to smoke it, in my opinion. I'm more of a feeling chaser. Of course, like for me, that garlic oat, like it helps that girl lose to sleep. But for me, man, it's a good daytime smoke.
Really?
And it feels like the longer I can run it, the better. And then you got Strawberry Starburst, the number 3 pheno anyways. It's more of a sleeper, kind of sleeper creeper, a little heavier. Not like puts you out. Like the Purple Magic's a little more heavier. It's like oily. Like it has so like it's one of those strains that you smoke and you feel like the resin coats your throat because it's just there's so much hash.
I like that.
So that's what I was. Yeah.
I like
it's
that
nice.
heavy.
But yeah,
Kind of
that's. I try and chase both. I like to have a daytime and a nighttime, even though I smoke them interchangeable. But I just try and find that feeling, and then I go for like terps or whatever else. You know,
Right.
it's
Right.
I learned so much now that
strains I can.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, kind of taste them all.
And
that's why we're growing. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, if all those different strains you grow, you get a better understanding of what those terp profiles are. You know, you can have some. I got the 96 Chem D, bro. You know, and you taste it, you don't know what it's supposed to taste like. You've never had it. So if you get someone you trust that grows it, and they're like, "Hey, bro, this is legit," you know, like it's all about. For me, it's like all about trust. Like there's a lot of people that just will run their mouth, and you know.
How many?
But if you find
people do you have that you trust? 2
or 3, like really trust, knowledge trust. You know, I probably got a good handful here, but.
You're not playing.
I've been burnt before, so it's kind of like, you know, I'll be super straight up with someone and like they take care or take advantage of that generosity that I have. So it's just, you know, I've learned from it. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing when you see something better in people and they just show you their whole entire ass, basically.
Yeah.
You know. It's you got. I'm glad you know to watch out for people like that.
What you say, Tom?
I'm glad he knows to watch out for people like that. Continue, Mark.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was gonna ask him, man, how's feel like the community been treating you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, nice. Pretty good, honestly. I try to stay out of any drama, you know, but there's always it seems like something going on. But I'm on Discord quite a bit with the IRE community. There's always like people in there chatting, which is cool. I'm more of a night owl, so like I can get in there at 2 or 3 in the morning. There'd be a couple people in there taking dabs, chilling, listening to music, talking about shit, whatever.
But
I'm more.
Ever tried to go ahead?
Yeah, man.
I'm more apt to try and chat with people that have that constructive criticism. They're not afraid to be like, ask a question and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Or not be afraid to admit they made a mistake, you know, or that they were wrong about something.
Yeah.
Facts.
Does people...
I've learned from making mistakes, man.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. I have to ask you, when you said you've been burnt, what have they done? What have they done?
Just being open, honest with people, and they take advantage of that. More take advantage of it, like me, kind of just be like, "Hey, here's what's going on. Here's the situation," and you can just see on their face they're kind of like, "Oh, maybe I need to start second guessing shit a little bit," you know. If I never would have said anything, nothing would ever, you know, happen. And it had a lot of that shit had to do with the dispensary stuff. They were doing, I think, a lot of shit that they didn't want me to know about. But honestly, I wouldn't have fucking really cared if they would have been honest with me. But they're closed now, you know. So imagine that.
Imagine that. Do you support dispensaries, or do you think there's a lot of backdoor stuff going on? I feel like you do.
And there's a lot of backdoor shit going on, but I mean, it's such a fucking mess. They don't put it. They're not putting the right people in the right positions. They're just putting people in there that have just been, you know, devil's lettuce, you know, propaganded their whole life. So it's like, and now the whole Schedule 3 thing, if Schedule 3 happens, it's just going to like pave the way for True Leave to open up 5 facilities across the country and that be it. You know, 5 like multi-billion-dollar facilities. So you're going to be getting, or if people are going to be getting weed, they're going to be getting it just from. If we're going to be getting it from the government, it's from like just a few facilities around the world, and that's like that mash crop shit. I wish more people would grow crops in their area, or go to the farmers market. You know,
cannabis.
Right.
That'd be crazy. That'd be amazing. That'd be crazy. Have cannabis in the farmers market. Yo, you guys. I hope I'm allowed.
Well, I don't want nothing from anything outlet like that, man.
Scared of the government. Nope. Nope.
I wish to just decriminalize it, man, and just let it go.
Let it be.
Yeah.
When I hear them say they decriminalize it, it doesn't. I recently found out it really doesn't mean shit.
Well, I just don't want it to be labeled a drug. That's all.
Me either.
Yeah.
I feel like
the drug
if they decriminalize it and legalize it recreationally, you can't. You would have to just drop it off the scheduling list. Just do it, for Christ's sake.
Yo,
be like a produce, man. Like a produce, like potatoes and
if you want to sell it as a medicine in the medicine aisle at Rite Aid, feel free. Feel free, but make it behind like glass doors, and you can call and ask the cashier to come in if you want a strain here, a strain there. Have someone there that has some knowledge about it, so you can ask them about it, whether the effects, and treat it like a medicine if you want. But like, it can't be from the government. Those people.
Nah.
Those people.
I like it put it back with the farmers, man.
I like that too. I like it too. I want to see it all around the damn world, in every grocery aisle, on every dispensary corner. I want to see little booths set up like mom and pop, just like they sell fruits and corns and everything. You can stop and buy a pumpkin on Halloween. We need to have that. We need to have a lot more independent, I feel, and things will go a lot better. So the whole world needs to get high.
Yeah,
that's where I'm
no doubt.
with it. That's pretty dope, man. And you do a whole bunch. When you are pheno hunting, what are you looking for in a male plant?
Honestly, a lot of pollen insects, or ones that are dropping pollen within a few days. Or it could be about structure. Like, say I have a mother plant that like I love, but it just stretches way too high or something, you know? And I'm like, man, I fucking hate how this thing stretches so much. But I know I'm like, man, I got this squat ass fucking male over here that I'm not doing anything with. I might as well fucking see what, try it out.
So you like,
it's real. I let it speak to me, man. That's what I've been doing. I've just been letting the plant speak to me and going from there, kind of. I try and match the variables, like the good traits of the male plant that I see that I like, and then I'm like, that'll go really good with this mother I have. So that's why I might have multiple males this run. I might do multiple pollinations. It's kind of a chaotic situation, but I'm just rolling with the punches and just gonna see what happens and documenting it, so.
What are you doing with these seeds?
First round, I had mainly, I made the first time I made seeds. I partnered with a guy. I was growing some of his seeds, and he ended up coming into town, and we met up, and he checked out the grow, and he was interested in me making some F2s because he didn't have any more of those seeds. So I made some F2s, and I crossed the male. It was a Caking plant, and I had a Boogeyman female, which is GG4 by Booger Cookies from Most Wanted Genetics. Yeah, Booger Cookies. It's Slimer by Thin Mint Cookies. I've always been kind of interested in the Slimer strain.
Why?
And it's because of Ghostbusters.
I know. Cool. Cool.
I think it's kind of cool. But like, so that always just stuck out to me. When I saw that, I was like, oh hell yeah. And then
Summer stuff.
I had a convergence female, which is from Irie Genetics, and it's a Rise number 4, which is a Rise female by Jack the Ripper, which is sub cool genetics. And
Heard a lot about sub cool.
yeah,
Heard a lot about.
yeah, I have. I was stoked on that Jack the Ripper Irie release. I was like, sub cool is good for the community. I don't know a whole lot either, but yeah, I just pollinated all the females I had, made some seeds, got quite a bit, and then I sent the guy I was working with the majority of the Cake and Kim F2s and the triple Cs, which was the Convergence Arise one, and I had kept the rest of the other one, and I ended up calling it Toxic Snot. I called it Toxic Snot. Yeah. The Boogeyman by the Cake and Kim. I don't know. I thought it just worked, and I did some AI art because fucking super cheap, free. Made some stickers, got some packaging, got some little seed things, and just asked people if anybody wanted packs of seeds, and just sent out the 30 or so that I had. And
when you get the chance, let me and Mark grow a seed or two.
Oh, I got a couple packs left over. If you guys want, I'll send you some.
You will have my address because you're very serious about your craft, Mister. And
yeah, bro.
I appreciate this is so. I think how serious and true you are to your craft. You should definitely try to sell some of your seeds. But maybe you're not into that, making money from it. Maybe not. But you should definitely.
That is the idea for me.
Is that the goal?
So I got on disability. Yeah, since I got on disability last year, man. I'm trying to build something for myself.
Supplement your income.
Working on the industry, I was like, this is a shit show. So I was like, genetics is really the best option. And I think it's probably the best option for a lot of people. But that's the thing. You're going to have a lot of people out there doing it. And you're going to have a lot of people out there just chucking pollen or accidentally, having a hermaphrodite, and it'll hit some of the other plants. And they're like, oh, cool, seeds. So, sell these for $5 a pack or whatever. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to be transparent about everything, document everything. I'm going to send out the testers for all these for free, but then I'll probably do $10 plus shipping or something. Just start small. Nothing, because I'd rather get my name out there. I'd rather have people reaching out to me for my shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely.
It's just a matter of time. You just got to put the work in.
Yeah, I'm seeing from the breeder side, it's a whole bunch of work, man. It's not easy. It's a whole bunch of time, attention you got to pay. You guys pop a lot of seeds, man, to pay attention to. You got the eye.
Yeah.
It's pretty
wish
dope.
I had more space. I'd do it even bigger, the first time I only did a 5-pack. Now I'm doing the 10-pack, but I'd like to get to where I could do even more. But even with my space, I'm like, I have a spare bedroom I can focus on, but I had to move my males to my bedroom just because I'm not trying to. That's one of the things, bro. It's like a full-time job every morning. I got to make sure all this shit's good, and then I got to go in there, and strip down my boxers, get in there, and fucking, get pollen all over me, and jump in the shower.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's what I was gonna say. How do you keep from cross-pollinating stuff, man? We got about 10 minutes in this interview left. This is a great one.
Fucking persistence, bro. Just, I get in there half naked and just trying to water them as gentle as I can, move them around a bit, but pollen just leaks on my arms. So it's I gotta just hop straight in the shower, man.
It's like that for the pollen.
You gotta think about it.
Yeah, bro. It's
nuts. So
and it's
sensitive.
It's just getting started. Well, I mean, I got a fan in there, and then if you barely move them around, it's just a pollination party in there. So it's
always an issue.
I'm really impressed with these exotics, man. I've heard a lot of good things. All 11 pops, they've all been super solid. I haven't had any issues really. So it's promising, and I got a couple standouts I'm really liking. There's a lot like they got that caryophyllene is like the main terpene and profile for them, which is more pepper, kind of earthy shit. But I'm getting some fuel notes out of a lot of them too. So I'm really hoping if one of those males is real fuely, that I'll be able to use it to just kind of get more diesel notes to the strains I have, because that's a terp profile I haven't had a lot of experience with. And I love the gassy shit.
Yeah, you like the terps, like the gassy stuff, the fuel stuff, Marv. Been hearing a lot about a lot of people like their fuels, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's I like that gas.
I've only had
I like the variety
that had gas. That's a gas, that taste.
Gas with flavors, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
So it's
I feel like the more old head strains.
Hey, beautiful. Yep.
P. Schmerin. So when you're what are you working on? Are you working on anything right now? You want to plug anything? You gave us a lot of info, brother.
Man, just my IG mainly. This page I've been working on, because I'll probably start doing the YouTube again. I'm doing like seed to harvest.
You should.
That's cool.
I did a seed to harvest video, and I had it all done, and I accidentally deleted everything. It was like 4 months worth of video that just got lost. So that was tough, but I learned a lot. Yeah, it was like I was trying to upload it. Yeah, I was angry Jeff for a couple days. But I was like, oh, well, I wasn't happy with it anyway. Just trying to make an excuse for it.
You're like lurking inside. Yeah. Keep doing it, man. You need to put it on. Those are the things I like fall asleep watching. To see the harvest, I love it.
Bro, I know, and there's not enough. It's a lot of work, though. People gotta, take couple minute videos every day, or every week, or depending on where you're at.
That's all.
It don't take much, man. It don't take much to keep the community alive and kicking. Don't stop.
Yeah, this is my one I just started. Those are 4 Strawberry Starburst number 3, and then 2 Purple Magic. So
once you get roots on them, man, you go. You good. You ready to go. I didn't do any cloning in this run, man. Like I feel like I'm in the position right now that I had to make a choice. You know what I mean? Because if I start cloning, then I gotta start getting another area ready for the clones we need to go with the flower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I had to make a decision. You know what I mean? You gonna do everything, or you just gonna do from seed to harvest, and then start from all over, you know what I mean? This is all new to me. That's right. I was always into trying to take pieces from what I'm doing, and then the next run I'll do a clone run. But I'm just trying to chill out, man. I got hurt during that process. Just constantly having plants around.
Yeah, plants everywhere. Yeah. I remember.
Do you just have that one room?
Well, I had this one room, but then I was utilizing a hallway for like vegging for like my clones or something like that on the cloning or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that run. That was a lot of plants. Outdoors, indoors.
This is a 3x3 tent, and I just fucking fill this shit to the brim. I mean, it's not usually this full, but like these are all my mothers. That's Strawberry Starburst number 2, Garlic, Purple Magic, Strawberry Starburst number 3. And then once they get like too big, I'll just clone them and then run the bigger plant. So that kind of always gives me extra flower. Or like the Strawberry Starburst number 3 is kind of hot with the homies right now, so I'm trying to do a bigger run of it.
So those are gonna be running those back again.
Oh yeah. It's these 3 plants, these 3 mothers I have. Yeah, it's a good variety too, man. They're all so different, which I like.
It is. And they're making strain after strain. There's so much weed to smoke. I just feel like I can't smoke it fast enough. I can't grow it fast enough. If I had a,
Yeah.
if I, that's what they, I mean, we are in the process with the bank right now, looking at homes.
Yeah,
I'm
tell
not,
the facts. I feel you.
yeah, grow
man.
more. We can't
Make a
have
little
enough.
side hustle.
I feel you. That's why
Yeah.
I had so many plants. I just wanted to make sure I didn't never run out, man. You know what I mean?
That's what it's
But
about.
I kind of had the outdoor during the summertime. Have you ever grown outdoor?
I did the first year I grew. It was more of a shit show, but it was fun. You know, I think I'm gonna try and do it this year. Just for fun and giggle, or because I'm not.
Yeah.
I was working full time back then, so like it seemed like all the spare time I had was like out there, in here, or at work, or asleep. So it was like I just felt like I was constantly on the go, which it's fine sometimes, but like it was like just nonstop there for a while, and I was like, dude, after that summer was over, it's like I'm just gonna chill a little bit because I did like tomatoes and peppers and all kinds of shit I don't even eat, But I was just like, whatever,
Good to
it's
have.
fun. Yeah.
It is.
Right. I can't
like
wait
going
for the
every
summer.
day.
At the same time, I'm like, oh fuck, man.
You're a true farmer.
Harvest is coming fast. It's already almost February, so
Thank God.
Yeah,
I need to get out there and start just like getting into that soil, breaking it up. I got a little raised bed which I throw my old dirt in, and I need to kind of get out there and break it up a bit.
You're a soil man.
Yeah.
Good. I love it. I love soil. Like I love the smell of it, love the feel of it, love the grow in it. I love it all.
Yeah. That's it.
It's just something in us, man. It's natural.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Before they time us out, guys, I want to thank everybody who stayed tuned until this session. This is Canna Brothers Podcast. Excuse me. We have to close it up before they kick us off. We are timing on this thing. You feel me? I want to thank you,
appreciate
Jeff, for coming through, bro. Get ready to see yourself for weeks.
All right. I appreciate you guys, man. It's been a lot of fun. You're always welcome to hit me up. Yeah, if you guys want, send me address and send me some beans.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'll do it tonight.
We'll send you something, man. We like growing all different types of stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yes, and we will promote you.
Monday getting on them hats. Y'all let me know.
Yes, sir. We get the merch right. You hear them? Mark, they've been asking about the merch. They've been asking about the merches and the posters. I said, you got to talk to Marv about it. I have two. I have one and that in my possession. We're getting there.
I got a bunch of them coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Just can't wait to wear mine. You know what I mean?
Again,
hell yeah.
We want to thank you, and we will send them addresses, man. You have a peaceful and blazed out night.
Why do we need Big Pharma? Why do we need